it's Eve here from Mystic Rainbow Tarot, and thank you for joining me today. And this is a requested reading about Rosie from BLACKPINK, and I'm going to try and find out what happened with her romance with Jungkook and also how she's doing at the moment. So let's press on and do the reading. So I'll just get the cards and I'm going to shuffle them, and I hope she's all right. So Rosie from BLACKPINK. These cards are quite hard to shuffle, they're very big. Rosie from BLACKPINK, tell us about past, present and future. Whoops, it's falling on the floor. Rosie from the K-pop group BLACKPINK, past, present and future. Tell us about the past of her relationship. Tell us about how she feels now. How is she doing now? Rosie from BLACKPINK, how is she going on? What are the messages that we're allowed to know about Rosie? So just put some cards down now. See what messages we get. These are very long cards, so I hope you're going to be able to see them all. So I'm just going to put these cards to one side. I think I'm going to have to make a bit of room here, as you're not going to be able to see all of the cards. So I'm just going to resort these out so you can get a better view. I think they're all in view now. So let's see what we have first of all. We have the Two of Swords. I hope you can see that. And we also have the High Priestess there. So let's see what messages we get with these. So I feel this relates to all the red flags that were right in front of Rosie and Jungkook when their romance was on, but like many infatuated couples, they couldn't see them. As you can see in this picture here, she's looking everywhere, but actually in front of her she's not. The signs are right in front of her, I get from this. So, and I feel that Rosie was trying to find out some answers to her thoughts about this relationship and where it needed to go. And with this Two of Swords, she needed to make a decision about their relationship, because they were finding it very difficult to fit it in with their busy careers as idols. And the messages I'm getting are that a painful choice had to be made regarding the future of this romance. But for a while they were both unsure what to do, because they knew it would probably be an upsetting decision to make. They were kind of torn between what to do, and they didn't want to get in too deep because of it, but they did have feelings for each other. So I feel it was Rosie who was brave and decided to face her fears about this and make a decision based on what she was being advised by her management agency. They were kind of telling her that she wouldn't be able to concentrate enough on her career. She wouldn't have the time because she's particularly busy at the moment, and it would be in her best interest for the future to end this. So she was being gently persuaded to end this. So actually with this, I'll just hold it up close, the High Priestess card in the reading, I see their connection was an attraction between two very different personalities. this is about Rosie imagined Jungkook to be a totally different person to who he actually was when she got to know him. They did see something in each other. There were definitely feelings, and there was a romance for a while. And many around them who were close to them couldn't understand where the attraction was for each other, because those close to them knew they were very different types of people to each other. But, you know, they always respected each other's views and didn't attempt to sort of change each other to please the other. So because they could see on a much deeper level than outward appearances that, you know, they could have something. And this worked for a while, but Rosie was in the end persuaded that to leave any romantic connection until she's done more in her career and she's a bit older. So the pressure was on here. So she had no choice really but to end things, because they literally didn't have time to meet up anyway in the end. Because I think she's got a lot of things with her modelling and doing her songs for her albums and kind of advertising things. So that was it for them. So it was done to please others, but they didn't feel they could fit it in either. So that's been a difficult time for them. So with this hermit card, just hold that up for you to see. Also we have the Three of Swords. These two are relevant together. So so with these two cards, this is about, there was a need for Rosie to be alone and a time for her to heal, because of the sorrow and loss of this relationship ending. And we can actually see in the card this person's out in the countryside walking on their own, wandering about, trying to find answers to her life and her relationship, whether she's done the right thing, and because she does feel quite controlled by the system, and she would definitely like more freedom with her decisions. So I feel like Rosie is now thinking, you know, about her life and the unreal expectations that are placed on her by the K-pop industry. She sometimes feels let down and disappointed by the falseness and control of the industry, because this hermit card in many ways represents both of them, because Jungkook is a Virgo and the hermit card represents Virgo. So, and of course she is thinking about what they had, about their time together, and they weren't given enough time to progress this relationship, whatever. And with this Three of Swords as well in the reading, her reality is just more disappointment. She feels like she doesn't have much say over things with contracts. She's bound by contracts. They're not really allowed to date. A lot of them do secretly, but they try to stop it. And, you know, she didn't have the say over this relationship. Rosie did realise that there was some incompatibility between her and Jungkook in the relationship, and it probably would have run its course type of thing in time, but she feels she'll never know, because the time to find out was actually taken away from her. She's quite independent and she wants to do these things for herself. So as you can see in this card, you know, the girl in this card, she's holding her chest there. That's the sorrow right by her heart. You know, I'm suffering again because of this K-pop industry that I got into. So yeah, that really is a shame. But I do think they do still care about each other, I'm getting, but things are looking very bleak for the two of them for a reconciliation, because of their busy careers, and because I see they weren't given the time to nurture and progress the relationship anyway. So I'll put those 2 cards back to make some room, and we'll see what else we have in the reading. So this is the Princess of Wands here. So hold this up. Oh, I see we have a lot of wands in this reading. There's 3 wands, so a lot of things going on here. So this is the energy that Rosie is now in, and I feel this relates to the change that Rosie's having to go through, and it's about new beginnings for her now because that had to end. And Rosie is in a very creative energy. She's restless and she feels she wants to express it, and I see her doing this through her songs and ideas about her songs too. She is kind of on the verge of reinventing herself, maybe a new style that we are going to see or something like that. I feel like Rosie is willing to give anything and everything a go with music, try anything with her music and dance and other projects. I feel she does feel excitement towards her career and the possibilities of new things for herself. Although she's not happy about the way the K-pop industry's run, she's excited about what she can achieve, so that's a good thing, and what could be coming her way. And she is keeping herself busy and involved in various activities and projects, so that she doesn't think too much about the past, but obviously she does think about it. And as you can see in this card, she's reading a message, and that's to do with an opportunity. So I think there will be companies showing their interest in Rosie and their wishes to work with her, but it all depends, you know, if her management is going to allow her to go ahead and do any of this. But there are people who are interested in her, you know, and she doesn't want these opportunities to pass her by because of restrictions. So I think she'll push to do these things. But anyway, I think Rosie does look like a princess on stage, so that's very relevant for Rosie, this princess card. So let's see what else we have in the reading. The next card we have is the 9 of Wands, so I'll just hold that up for you. So sometimes Rosie feels like throwing the towel in and giving up, because she feels she doesn't get enough say in what she can do in her career. She is told what she can do, what she has to wear, how much she's allowed to eat, special diets, and what she can and can't say. And I see, if they're interviewed, there's strict control on what they say, and they're frightened of saying the wrong thing. I think they literally wouldn't be allowed to answer if they were asked personal questions. It's that kind of control. She did think she would have more say than she has, so that is a bit of a problem. So the K-pop industry is not how Rosie expected it to be, and she sometimes feels it isn't the right business for her, although she does want to get on with her singing career. You know, just because of all the restrictions that are laid on them, she feels like that. And I think I'd feel exactly the same, actually. So the next card we have in the reading is the Wheel. So that. So with this card, I do see Rosie being given more responsibility within the band. It's kind of like a promotion. She's going to be allowed to do more and say more in what's happening in the future. So that's good news for Rosie. Because she is the type of person I'm getting from her energy that can take charge of things easily, and you know, she could easily have the say in the band and help others with that. So what do we have next? Next we have the Six of Wands. And so this card brings a lot of hope, because as you can see in this card, the character is on a horse, is leaping around full of energy, and I feel Rosie will be feeling like a winner in the future, because this card is in the future position, because they are going to let Rosie sing solo. She's, you know, and she's wanted this for a long time, so you know, it's going to make her feel like a winner, that sort of energy. So that's good for her. So things will be looking up for Rosie. And Rosie has a lot of ambition and creativity, strength and determination. I do feel that in her energy. And she is right now working hard towards her goals. And I see BLACKPINK receiving some type of award for their music in the near future, and them all celebrating it together. So she's going to have some nice happy party times. I see this will boost Rosie's confidence in herself and give her more faith in herself. And I see Rosie becoming more in demand and more successful, and she will get even more public recognition for her talents. That's the energy I'm getting from this card, because Rosie has worked hard to get where she is today, and I do think she has encountered obstacles and difficulties in her rise to fame, but through her willpower and drive, she has shown her many talents to us, and I think she has a really great voice, and that's been recognised in the industry, and I feel she can be proud of everything she has achieved so far. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there, and thank you for watching, and bye for now, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.